When you picture ancient Greece or Rome, what do you see? Towering marble temples, elegant white statues, smooth stone sculptures that have inspired artists for centuries. But there's one huge problem. Almost everything you imagine is wrong. Those famous white statues, they weren't meant to be white at all. In fact, they were painted with bright reds, deep blues, vibrant greens, even gold. So, why do museums around the world still display them as plain white marble? Let's uncover one of history's biggest misconceptions. For hundreds of years, artists admired ancient sculptures because of their pure white beauty. The Renaissance embraced this look. Later, the neoclassical movement copied it. White marble became the symbol of perfection. But the ancient Greeks and Romans never intended that. To them, an unfinished white statue looked incomplete, almost like a coloring book that hadn't been filled in. Once a sculpture was curved, painters added layer after layer of color: hair, eyes, skin, clothing, armor, jewelry, even tiny decorative patterns. The statues looked astonishingly lifelike. How do we know? You might wonder, if the paint disappeared, how do historians know it was ever there? Answer lies in silence. Over thousands of years, sunlight, rain, wind, pollution, and human handling erased most of the paint. But tiny microscopic pigments remained trapped inside cracks and pores. Today, researchers use ultraviolet light, infrared imaging, laser scanning, and chemical analysis to detect these invisible traces. By studying those pigments, experts can digitally reconstruct what the statues originally looked like. The results shocked the world. Many looked nothing like the white marble masterpieces we're familiar with today. What colors did they use? Ancient artists loved color: deep Egyptian blue, bright cinnabar red, rich yellow ochre, vibrant green made from minerals, black outlines to emphasize details, gold leaf-covered crowns, weapons, and jewelry. Eyes were painted with incredible precision, making statues appear almost alive. Some sculptures even had glass or precious stones embedded in them. Standing inside an ancient temple filled with colorful statues would have felt completely different from walking through a modern museum. So, why are they white now? Time is worthless, paint fades, stone survives. Over 2,000 years, nearly all the pigments disappeared. When archaeologists rediscovered these sculptures centuries later, they assumed the marble had always been exposed. That misunderstanding shaped Western art for generations. Countless painters, architects, and sculptors copied the white appearance without realizing they were copying weather damage. Interestingly, many people dislike the reconstructed colorful statues. Some even say they look fake, or cheap, or cartoonish. But that's because we've been trained to associate white marble with beauty. The colorful versions feel unfamiliar. Yet to the Greeks and Romans, those colorful statues were the originals. The white versions are simply what time left behind. History often hides in plain sight. One missing layer of paint completely changed how we imagine entire civilizations. The next time you walk through a museum and admire a white marble statue, remember, you're not seeing what the ancient world saw. You're seeing what's left after 2,000 years of weather, sunlight, and time. Sometimes the biggest myths in history aren't created by lies. They're created by what disappears.